Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to the 7 Years' War with the Battle of Zorndorf. I know it's been a while. My opponent's had some real life stuff to deal with, so that's hence the delay. But we are back. Now let us see what has happened and see what we can remember we were doing. Oof. Well, the guns are certainly taking a toll on his line, if nothing else. Alright, his cavalry's reforming. Well, hello there. Cheeky git. Alrighty, they both routed, unsurprisingly. 3 units rallied out of 3 checked, 1 unit recovered fatigue, 2 routed out of 5, 1 unit resupplied, and 15 undisorder. Well, those poor little Cossacks are going to pay, shall we say, dearly for their adventurism with that one. So let us kick it off as always with the guns doing the guns' work. Blast them. And then you'll blast them again. You will blast them. And then you will hit them. And last but not least, you are not going to fire because you're going to limber up and move forward. So, now then, let us start over here as always. So, these grenadiers He's got cav behind there. So, I'm going to have to deal with that. Let's exchange the gunfire. Ooh, leader casualty. Who was the leader? Sievers. Brigadier General Sievers was killed. Von Rauter. You are going to pour it into them. You are low ammo, which is unfortunate. And nothing can really be done about that. I mean, I could do something perhaps a little reckless and charge the Garde du Corps over the Fuchsberg into these guys, but I doubt I'm going to do a lot, so I'm not going to bother. They are going to fall back and reform that way, because they can't shoot at the moment. Guns will move that way. Alright, the 24 pounder will head here, and then get ready to unlimber next turn. And then the Seidlitz Cuirassier will reform back here. They did their job with that original cavalry charge, so they can stay there ready for, well, another charge when it comes. And then these boys with Seidlitz himself turning. Alright. Open fire. Not going to do all that much given, well, low ammo. Max range, rather. Now then. On Kunusal, you are going to advance this regiment. And then you are Durka. Durka is going to stay there and, well, do what he needs to do to try and reform that. You go down there and get out of the way for me. So these boys are just to stay where they are for now. You will shift. Von Kaunitz will shift over there as well. Who do you belong to? Right, you belong to Manteuffel, don't you? Who will stay where he is for now. Von Kalkenstein, you are done. Turn you and fall back down into there. Turn you and Do that. And then advance him to... There, too late now. Should not have done that, but oh well. Too late. Alright. I could... The problem if I do that is it's not going to really do a lot. Oh, right. He controls the guns, doesn't he? Forgot about that. They will charge into them as I look to finish and just murderize those poor Cossacks that are there. Now, Bieberstein, what I could charge into Bieberstein, charge with Bieberstein's cav. The problem is, what am I likely to achieve? Not a grand amount from the looks of it. I would charge one squadron at them and what, do a surprise assault there, but again, it's not going to do a lot. Von Goblenz. Right, you will turn and drop down there. Advance. I'm gonna pay a nasty price here, unfortunately, but I think all things considered, I accept paying that price. I will commit these boys forward. To launch that finals. The Markgrave. Alright. These are going to charge into there. The Lieb Cavalry, the Norman Dragoons, the von Prussians and the Markgraf Frederick's. Those boys will look to just finish them off. And the rest of the Tsars here will just stick about. Sholema is perfectly fine where he is for now. You get out of the way, you're of no use to me. What's my loss? Nasty, nasty battle so far. Just like Zorndorf was historically. But unlike historically, I made the blunder of attacking way too soon. I should have softened him up more before going forward. Balls. They won't be able to melee because they're detached. Whoops. Whoopsies. Oh well. I'll finish them off with something else. I can finish them off with that at the very least. Do I charge? What am I likely to do? I'll overrun the gun, that's for sure. And then probably rampage into them. But that's about it. Bieberstein, I'm going to turn these boys to face another direction. For the most part. Deliberately for being able to deal with them. The Sholema Dragoons will pull back through the woods. So they can reorganise and eventually get back to where they belong, which is under Bieberstein's command. As I said, I've been beyond clumsy in this battle. But my boys are given as good as they're getting. So, on to the melee, I guess. Since that's the only thing that's really left. So for now, next turn. Or melee phase. Assault there. That works. 18. There we go. Alrighty, let's see. You hit them in the side. Did it do as much as perhaps it should have? No. Cannot melee because they're detached, so it's my fault. I was clumsy. Too clumsy. Now, let's do you. Oof. To be followed up by you. Yeah, that was unfortunate, to say the least. And then we finish off that lot. So, again, all things considered, as much as I'm paying the bloody price, so is he. So it's a case of just keeping the situation from falling apart even more. I could hit them, but then I would get point blank blasted by, like, what is that, 14 guns? Eesh. No, thank you. Still, I'm hopefully going to accept a few routes here from the Russians. But we shall see, because they are tough. Still, all things considered, because of my sloppiness, I should have taken this much, much, much slower. I'm not used to playing 7 Years' War period, given this was my first PBM in the 7 Years' War. So, I should have taken much, much more time. But, for now, I'm happy. Still, I hope you have enjoyed this latest part. I know, not the greatest gameplay from myself, but I am at least given as good as I'm getting. So, still, I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please remember to do all the YouTube-y nonsense. And I will see you all again very, very soon. So until then, bye-bye for now.